Truth Entertainment Films and AAA Productions presents the AAA Podcast. We're aware, alive, and about it. We're here to cover all topics, no holds barred, from politics to sports. We've got you covered. No topic is off limits. No issue is too hot. This is the AAA Podcast.
In the words of an old Master P song, hootie hoo! Triple A Podcast. What up, bros?
What's happening?
Welcome to the new year. We haven't potted since 2024 on this platform, at least. So I'm happy to be back. It's so much that has happened. A lot of executive orders and a lot of civil rights that are being, for lack of a better word, and please forgive me, but taken away. But we are here. It's a lot going on in sports. It's a lot going on in life. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Reggie for putting together his class reunion. One of these days, I'm being one of the group of main people helping making that happen. I want to give him a shout out. Tony Mozzie. Mozzie has been on here quite a few times with us, especially
Yes. Tony put in serious work.
Yeah, so shout out to Mozzie and Mozzie Music.
Website to pay big order.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rob Harris, Keanu Harris.
Rob Harris, man. That whole crew back home repping the 330 to Def Doe. I want to send a shout out to y'all for making it happen for them. 1 year, I'm going to get one of those, okay? I'm jealous. I ain't had a 10-year. I ain't had a 20-year. I ain't had shit.
Listen,
I never went to my reunion.
You know how many arguments? Listen, you know how many arguments, fights, and shit that, man, listen, we never had one. We just had to just buckle down and just say, look, okay, well, I don't care what we decided when we was at Rand, right?
Yeah.
We having this shit, right?
Yeah.
You're just going to have to just say, this is what we doing. Maybe you and 2 or 3 other people, right? And like, this is the event thing. And matter of fact, don't even tell nobody else, because once you start telling other people, oh, well, let's do this, that.
Everybody wants their 10 cents, but don't want to put
so
in
once
work.
you get it set, right? So once you got it set in stone, exactly what you're gonna do, get the gavel, boom. That's what it is. Make the flyer. This what we need. Boom, boom, boom. Get the DJs. You know DJs from Youngstown, right? Get their prices, and that's it. There you go.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do, man. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and.
But what music do you play at the reunion?
And we ain't playing nothing but our music the whole time. I don't give a fuck. We put it together. I'm performing back to back like I'm doing.
Like, is it Master P
like
and No Limit, or what we doing?
Oh, we're
doing it all. We just gonna take requests. Whatever the mood is for that time being, right then and there. That's what we gonna do. Fuck.
Right.
Hey, I got a DJ that's gonna do it. I got a DJ that's gonna do it for the Lolo. Although I could go to Lawson and see if he wants to, but if not, I'm going with my brother Mike. He DJ, and I'm like,
it'd be hard to do. Oh, my bad.
What's up? I'm about to sit there and say, listen, this is about to happen.
That's hard.
Yo, D80, what else you got going on in the world, brother? Please update people, because every now and then people like to throw little sly comments and they don't believe us about the Madam and the Major. They think we lied about Wyclef. They don't believe and they don't understand that this which is new for us in this business. There's a lot of hurry up
and wait.
Yeah,
hurry up and wait is the name. But no, Madam and the Major still going down. We need Wyclef to get his ass back on in the States because he's overseas at the moment. But he said when he come back, he's gonna give us some time. So we just need him to stick to that. Once we got that wrapped up, I mean, I don't know if that means us going out to Jersey or us going out to New York, but whatever it is, man, as long as we get the lock in, go in there, do what we do, and come back, man, we can wrap it up. But we just got to get that movement going. And then tomorrow is the Cleveland Open. It's a ATP tennis tour event, so it's not a major, but it's an event that hits the charts. So tomorrow is the draw. And don't sleep on tennis. We got invited like last year, but it's this year. But it should be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it, talking to the players and interviewing the folks and seeing, because only people I know is the ones I've seen on TV. and that's like Leonard Tien. Like he beat the number 5 player in the world, Daniil Medvedev, a couple of weeks ago. So he's like riding on a high right now, and I think and I might be misquoting him, but I think he got at least like 200,000 for his performance in the Australia Open, right?
Right.
So this here is 100,000. So I mean, I don't know if he's just like trying to go around and rack up as much money as he can to try to get into another major or what. But I mean, he's hot right now, so everybody's trying to get him. So it'll be exciting to meet him. Just kind of see how he plays and see what kind of person he is and see what the stardom has done to him, because he went from a no-name person to a world-renowned figure in one night.
Oh.
I can make 40 off a brick, but one round can beat that. That's a Jay-Z quote.
Jigga, that nigga, jigga.
I know Reddy didn't know that.
No, I never heard that before, but I am a Jay-Z.
For real?
You don't ever hear you don't never be reading the arguments in the text messages. I'm telling you, right? I will say this right now. If you take everything in consideration, right? Flow, sales, swag, number ones, longevity, relevancy, and you just take everything into consideration. It's kind of hard to not say that he's the best rapper ever. It's hard to not say it.
No, yeah, that's the case.
And that's just the fact.
I respect.
He has a strong fucking case.
Snoop has a case. Jay-Z has a case. Yeah.
Yes. But with Jay-Z, I wasn't always a fan of his, right? I really didn't even like Jay-Z probably till I was grown. And the reason why is because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I had no idea what the fuck he was talking
I remember
about.
talking
and
about that a while
to it,
ago.
I'm like,
with you.
Right. Oh yeah, he's
I appreciate Jay-Z more in my older age than I did then. Bro, his biggest case is his longevity matters. His ability, even if he wasn't the one, he was still within the top 3 to top 5 of important artists through especially through his prime and coming to it. And so now with his influence outside of his influence on certain things, where it's just the respect factor of it, man. Which we can jump into, and D80 can go ahead and hit that tune right.
He's like Hank Aaron to me.
Right.
That's what reminds me of Hank Aaron.
Right. Jay-Z?
Now, I don't know about Hank Aaron. We'll touch on it as we go forward. We'll touch on it. We'll make sure we respect hip-hop and touch on it, because this definitely is a part of it.
Yeah.
In the news, Drake sues UMG for defamation.
We can skip that news. Next news. What's the next topic?
You just gotta stop that shit, man. Let it go. Let it go. Let that hurt go. And like, regardless of how you feel about the situation with him and Kendrick, right? No matter what side you pick, right? What's the real elephant in the room in this situation? Bro, you're not making music. You have consecutively dropped album after album after album after album since you came out, right? And you're not saying shit. You're just sitting there crying.
Yeah.
And take it back to whatever you call yourself as an artist, right? Whether if that's a rapper or whatever, or R&B artist, take it back to that and quit crying.
Yeah.
D80, did you want to say something, or you want me to go next?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh.
I don't even know what the topic is. I don't know what y'all talking about right now.
Everything Reggie said is right, but I feel that we are witnessing the and I hope it stops, because I wanted him to lose, but I didn't want him to lose who he was. I've always been the person. Forget my personal top 5 in hip hop. If you were to ask me just what I feel as far as not whether I like them or not, but just respect to what they contributed to the art form or how others view them, Drake was in my top 5, and for some reason he is consistently finding a way What up? Shout out C5. He's consistently finding a way. Damn. Consistently finding a way to drop himself down. And I was still putting him in the top 5 of hip hop. Fuck, he's top 10 of music artists, period, in life. But he was top 5 of rappers. And I was still trying to keep him there despite the ghostwriting rules. You know what I'm saying? Because who don't have a ghostwriter, at least as far as hooks or different things. And I was still trying to turn the head because he penned enough of his own verses that have been hot and the songs that have been hot. But also at the same time, he still had ghostwriters on rap verses. So regardless of that, you're watching the self-destruction of somebody who's been told, even when they have taken L's, that because they are still the top guy, that they didn't lose. So now you're asking this man to who's all he ever done is win since he's come in the game, and labels and everybody else has kissed his ass. And when he took an L's before, kind of coddle him or like, yeah, but they're nobody. So you're still charting, you're still doing great, and you really what did you lose? He may have rap better, you quote unquote, but what do you lose? And so now he's having to handle the fact that for the first time in his career, this is an undeniable, no getting around it L. And he's not used to that. And when you've had the machine backing you this whole entire time, and the machine, you feel like the machine isn't backing you like it should, yo, you're looking for every excuse in the world as to why you lost, except for the simple fact that you lost. You boo-boo. You didn't do that.
Can I make a prediction?
Yeah.
Can I make a prediction? I think he's going to try to say that they're being anti-Semitic against him. I think that's his.
Oh, he already did it. He already did it.
Oh. Well,
No, he called Kendrick anti-Semitic. He can't call UMG because the head guy at Universal Music Group is Jewish. So he called Kendrick anti-Semitic, saying "They Not Like Us" is an anti-Semitic song.
that's not what that's about. It's not about. I highly doubt it. I don't know what he was thinking when he wrote that, but I would bet my last dime that's not what he meant when he made that song. He may have been saying more of something racial, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Like saying because, he's not 100% black. Maybe. And I don't even think that's what he meant by saying that either. I don't think that. But I think that he needs to take a page from Jay-Z's book, right? Jay-Z took the biggest L probably of all, before this, he took the biggest L of all time, right? And he also became the richest rapper ever. And guess what else? People don't say about Jay-Z. He's light-skinned, right? He is. So if he can come back from that, anybody can, bro. Just get back to what you do and just say, fuck it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I defended him on that ghostwriter shit. I don't know if you remember that, but I defended him on that. My stance is everybody do, and we can't prove it.
Yeah, I agree about the ghostwriter part.
All right. Next up, we have Kendrick picks SZA as his special guest for the Super Bowl.
I was surprised about that.
It's his label, mate.
I thought he would do more West Coast legend, but it's all good.
I think Kendrick's always shown that love and props to his elders by also knowing he's responsible for ushering in the up and coming in the new. So and if you're asking me, this brother he thinks, and even if he makes mistakes, I'm going to say it right. Even when he makes mistakes, that was not his intention. But right now, he feels well thought out, and it feels like he actually cares about what he presents, what he puts out, and the moves he makes. And so I'm interested as to why her, maybe going with her, was more of a, for lack of a better word, more, I don't want to say safe, but we're more where everybody can respect it because they got so many collabs and they work so well together.
Look, I just look at it like this, right? It's his label mate, right? She's an undeniable dope artist. Maybe she's not a rapper. Okay. It's better than him possibly putting crazy, scary, stupid, hilarious, which he probably will have that dude come out. He can't fuck with Snoop right now, you know. So he probably don't want to put Dre in the middle of that because they just dropped the album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good point.
I mean, what else he gonna do? He can bring out 40. You know what I'm saying?
He did that for the pop out, and that was a big platform, I should say, at the time.
He could bring out Corrupt. He could definitely bring him out. But you gotta look at it like this too. We look at Kendrick Lamar as a young dude. Not for real. He's not for real. He's late 30s. Late 30s. So
him and Drake both. We still call Drake a boy.
Right. That's true.
The grown ass man.
That's right.
Still making, unfortunately, was making the boy type dating choices, but you know, they're not like us.
And then Kendrick Lamar too. Even before this whole beef started, right? It's kind of hard to dislike Kendrick Lamar. It's always been hard to dislike him. He does everything right. He doesn't get in trouble. You know, he's a positive dude. He'll rip your ass up on that microphone. And he just do his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he like that nerdy ass dude you went to school with that was rapping and like you ain't want nobody to mess with. So even no matter how gangster they was, how much of an athlete, they always respected that talented
Rob Simpson.
Yeah. Hey, AKA shout out. He was like the Kenji Say. Remember Kenji Say? Yeah, like that talented dude. And Kenji's thing was drawn. Kenji was
he could draw like a motherfucker, man.
Motherfucker back then. Kenji was the dude. Yeah. I remember sitting there paying him like $1 to draw me and my brother Ninja Turtles, certain stuff and stuff like that. Yeah.
Have you ever seen somebody pick on Kenji?
No.
I ain't never seen nobody pick on him. Never.
And you bet not. It was like the unspoken rule, like, yo, leave that dude alone.
Yeah, don't fuck with him. He cool as fuck.
That's who like Kendrick is. He's like that talented, dope ass cat from the hood.
Yeah.
That bro, he ain't affiliated. He don't have to be affiliated with a gang. But that gang from his neighborhood embrace him. You know how we are from Youngstown. We don't give a fuck what side you from Youngstown. Once you make it, nigga, everybody feel like you good, and we all claim you. Ain't nobody care Reese is from the South Side. Nope. Ain't nobody care Anthony Floyd was from the South Side, but went to school over in Cheney or whatever the case. Bro, Brad Smith, anybody, if you from the what's old boy that made it? The receiver got in trouble when he came home for the little drive-by shooting or whatever the case. But what the fuck? It's Bowden, Lynn Bowden. Yep. When our cousin Ish made it, bro, we were just happy, dude. At some point, you outgrow the normal circumstances and shit, because then at that point, it's like most people from where you from, the struggle, see somebody with a chance to make it out, and we want to see. Now, unfortunately, you gonna get haters no matter what. There's always gonna be somebody plotting. But the overall majority is like, yo, when he's out there, that's Youngstown. So, shouts out to Kung Fu Kenny. I got no hate for him.
Where'd Reggie go?
He probably went to do something.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we got. Wait, let me make sure I say it right. Next up, we got Bruno Mars and Sexy. I didn't even know this happened, so I just checked it recently.
I mean, it literally just dropped. Like she teased it, he teased it, and it dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of feedback I've seen on TikTok because girls not really liking it, but they just being overprotective of Bruno Mars. They don't feel that Sexy Red is on his level.
No, I mean that is a reach down, but
yeah,
but
I don't look at it that way, but I feel what you said.
No, I was about to correct myself. It's looked at as a reach down, but for him, he just trying to connect to, like he did with Cardi B, where he helped Cardi B out, bringing her into his audience more. But now he's at.
Well, think about Mariah Carey performing a record with Mobb Deep. Yep. I mean, she had nothing to gain for that record, Rooftop. But when it came out, it became an instant classic for certain type of environments because she's that girl and Mobb Deep is that dude, them dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as like popularity level, it's not even like they're not even in the stratosphere of Mariah Carey, but
Makes sense to me.
a lot of people
Mariah Carey, ODB, Mariah Carey, the law.
right. So I don't think that's why I don't look at it that way. I look at it as like she sees them as a way to pull them up, you know what I'm saying? Because they cool. They actually might be cool on a different kind of level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas like, oh, then yo, we got this record, jump on it. Oh, I got this record, I want to do this. Because people don't really realize how hip hop Mariah Carey is, man.
That's true. People don't know. I think it was, bro. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm sorry. I never got back in the days the whole Cameron
Oh, you tripping?
thing. Like I always knew he could rap. I would never say he wasn't a whack rapper. He just wasn't.
Hold on, which Cameron? Because there's several versions. We talking about Confessions of Fire Cameron.
Fire Cameron, and then
okay, the first Cameron.
The first Cameron, and then
I like that shit, man.
I didn't get it, but then the second Cameron, which was Dipset Cameron, I was like, all right, and I was kind of cool because he always repped Ohio and everything else. And again, that's all you gotta do for me, baby. I just rep Ohio, and I was like, I'm cool. So he's repping
actually
Columbus.
The third Cameron, but
Okay, what's the second Cameron?
Let him know. Where he took the Sports Center introduction.
Oh yeah, okay.
And flipped into a record. And when New York started bouncing, that was like his second attempt to flip his career, his style to appeal to a southern audience. And then what you heard with Dipset was him just not giving a fucking rap.
Yeah.
So that was the third Cam.
And then
trust me, I was a fan, so I followed this. Ever since I followed this guy for sure.
Yeah.
For a long time.
The fourth Cam is like, wow, man. Like that dude is like it makes me look back again, man. I'm learning to appreciate certain people, even if I'm not the biggest fan of some of your older work. It makes me appreciate. I can appreciate some of these guys for who they are, who they transitioned into.
Yeah.
I think he's dope and funny. I can see why. No matter how much him and Mace beef, there was always like this limitation or this line that they tried not to all the way cross. Like nobody physically got hurt. They can talk about each other, everything else, and everybody would get mad because Cam would.
Because they brothers.
Yeah, they brothers. And when you watch their energy on It Is What It Is, shout out to It Is What It Is podcast, and shout out to Reese for being their guest on their talk college football. But yo, when you watch their dynamic, you be like, I see why these fools. And they missed it. You can tell like they missed each other so much.
Yeah.
And they just click, and they're two goofballs together that get each other in ways that Jim Jones, it sucks for Jim Jones, but in ways Jim Jones would never get this. Mace always will look at Cam as, Cam and Mace will always look at each other as equals, right?
Yeah.
And for Cam, he may have grew to love in whatever case Jim Jones, but that was always like his underling. Not
his name is Capo, so
yeah.
And plus, he don't know how to naturally do the stuff that they know how to do. He don't know how to rap, not naturally, and he don't know how to play basketball at all. Right?
Yeah.
They told you the way that they met him.
And I will also say this: he don't have like the he's too sensitive. He don't have the I don't know what the word is, but this whatever it is to turn that off. He don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah. Right. You got to be able to. He stays into that so gangster mode, and I think Cam has mastered that. Like I can still be, and Cam had to learn it. He was rough around the edges with it, but I think he's gotten a lot better with it. You can see guys like him and Gilly was another street rapper. I wasn't always big on his music, and probably never was.
Me neither.
But he learned how to capitalize off of the one great thing he had was his personality.
Right.
And so when you watch these guys evolve out of rap, just because you're a rapper doesn't have to define who you will always and forever be.
Fact.
It's just one of your talents that you have, and being able to take that talent and to turn into something else is dope to me, in my opinion. And I like to see these guys do that, become more than that. There's some guys that Jay-Z cannot do, and it's not a shot. But Jay-Z, your maybe your Parks, maybe your whoever else can't do what some of these guys do to pull it off. Look at Nori. He's look at him. He's thriving in something where you get to like. You always felt he was a thing, like had a little funny side to him, but you already expected that street thug image of him. And now you watch him on Drink Champs, you're like, yo, this dude's an a-hole. And Nori and Capone probably can never pull it off. Nori and DJ Effin can pull it off because of when we see Nori and Capone, we just suspect
Capone is too sensitive.
Yeah.
He too sensitive.
And his voice is irritating as fuck too.
What you talking about, Dunn? What you know, Dunny?
Right.
Huh? You ain't from Queens, Dunny. You ain't from Left Rack. You ain't do
Oh, they
that.
all happy that you're doing okay.
I appreciate it.
Oh, what up, Chicken?
What's up, Chicken?
Salute. I heard.
Yeah, well, bro.
I think I heard this one.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. Shouts out to Big Chicken. He got in a car accident, flipped his car over a couple times earlier this morning.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
definitely glad he okay, man.
Yeah, man. He was all thing. He loved his truck, his pickup truck. He loved that truck. And
Man, what was he
more
doing?
worried
Speeding?
about- Huh?
He was speeding.
He was just rolling and on his way to work, and then somebody seen a tow trucks on the side, so they slowed down. And he didn't catch him slowing down, so he went to swerve. He clipped them, drove through the middle thing, and it was also on ramp. He drove through that too, then went down,
Shit.
rolled over a couple times in the bank.
Oh wow. No, I'm glad he's okay though. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he survived, man. The first thing I told him when we got in the car after we got away from the highway patrol, you know, I mean, he called me first and he's staying with me, so that's my baby brother. I mean, he's a grown man, but that's my baby brother, and he's staying with me, so that's my responsibility. So I'm at work, I gotta go.
Yeah, for sure. No, I dig that, man.
Yeah, so rush
And
there.
it's okay
man.
to cry.
Yeah,
Okay?
bro,
like Big
he-
Chicken,
he-
man. If you gotta,
yeah,
like,
he was
tears
worried
out,
about the
man.
other people a lot, bro. He was worried about the other people. Then he thought about his truck, and I was like, bro, can you take this as an L? Like,
Right,
come on,
right,
you're
right.
alive.
Man, you
You're
alive,
alive,
man.
and you're alive.
What did 2 Chainz say? You can get more wives, you can get more cars. You only get one life. I'm
Yeah,
a real
that's it.
superstar.
Yeah, so I just show
He really
his
said
heart
that.
and cares, man. So thank y'all for love for the brother. What we got next? We have next ASAP Rocky.
Oh,
Trial is
shit.
underway.
And no niggas.
No niggas on the panel.
Yep, I saw that, man. I was like, oh it's man, your lawyer. I don't know.
I respect him for not going coon during the election.
Oh yeah, good point. Because he could have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he could have easily.
Yeah, he really could have.
Shout out to ASAP Rocky.
And next
That first album was banging. I love it.
up,
I like his first two. The
Next
third one weird.
we got Kanye
I don't
West
know about the
reportedly
second
a billionaire again, surpassing Jay-Z as the richest rapper alive, worth $2.77 billion. I'm lost with how this shit works because it's like you're worth something, and then all they got to do is just sit there and want to cancel you or get together, and you're not worth it the next day. Like, so did you ever really have it?
That's what I'm saying. Can you cash that out at any time? Because if I'm him, all right, you didn't shock me last time. Shit, let me get that. Fuck y'all. I ain't worth shit. I got $2
I
billion.
said on the other podcast, Elon, he can't cash it out.
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck? He don't get deported.
We'll get to that. I promise you. All that's coming up in here.
Oh,
So,
bitch ass.
and I think last but not least, but it's not worth putting up an image of it, but also Bootsy Badass begs for a pardon from the Donald.
What do you beg for a pardon for?
Federal gun charge. He got caught up with some gun charges in California.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. When he was on Instagram Live or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he got out of that.
Nope. The state dropped it, but the feds picked it up.
Shit.
Well, look, Boosie, I don't blame you, for asking for it, but I ain't been feeling him for a little while anyway, because he Yeah, he been on some bullshit lately. I don't like that
Right.
bullshit. I don't like that bullshit he be on with his daughter.
Oh,
yeah.
they
Yeah.
apologized and worked that
I
out
like
though.
that shit.
After the last one, he talked to her. They apologized and worked that out. Like,
Yeah, that was kind of messed up.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
messed
that
up.
was
I agree
fucked
with
up.
you wholeheartedly. Oh, next up, we are going to sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, we talked about it. Shout out to AAA Sports.
Yeah.
We talked about, but the Buckeyes win it all. College football.
Take it home that hardware. Ryan Day got him an
That's why I
extra
think
4
of that
years.
shit. Good strong
Spoken
work.
like
That's
a
all that was
true.
worth.
Spoken like a true Penn State fan, so I expect nothing but that statement from Cincinnati.
It's a shame because 2 weeks ago I had a 50% chance. There was 4 teams in it. I had a 50% chance of my favorite team winning, and still didn't cash in because my 2 favorite teams is Notre Dame and Penn State. So guess what? Ohio State. Fuck you. Fuck you. You get 2 middle fingers. Mitches.
God damn. You bitches.
I mean, but hold on, wait.
No, they Mitches with an M.
Who did Penn State lose to again?
I don't know,
So,
man. This is
I
so
mean,
confusing.
are we saying F Notre Dame? No. And they're the ones that put Penn State out. Ohio State didn't do that. If Penn State would have fell in a different side of the bracket, they could have been playing Notre Dame for the championship. I doubt it, but I'm just saying. It is what it is, man.
It's all bull. But now, shout out to Ohio State. That I expected them to win. I'm not the type of person that's unrealistic when it comes to sports, right? We all have our favorites and shit like that. But when I had that 50% chance, I said it then. I said I don't expect either one of my teams to win it. I felt that Ohio State was the better team. I didn't think that they were the best team all season, but hey, the cards fell in their hands, and that's what they played, and they won it all. I think that the coach, what's his name, Ryan Day. I think he saved his job definitely.
Oh, he bet he did. He saved it, yeah.
Right. And pretty much he probably is going to get offered some jobs at this point. All right. So everything worked out great.
Oh yeah, everybody right now down there is is fighting for a new getting money thrown at them, I should say. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. They said what's his name was offered. Jeremiah Smith was offered upwards of $4.5 million. They're trying to steal Carnell Tate. Oregon's offered him $1.something million. And I'm sure there's other guys on the roster that they're going for. Jackson on the defensive line. So of course, man, listen, you're gonna turn around and you're not even allowed to do this. None of these dudes have officially entered the portal. This is crazy. But we're here, but everybody's talking about it because there's nobody holding anybody accountable. Nobody policing shit. So next up, we got NFL playoffs.
Yeah. Buffalo.
I'm gonna let y'all
All the
two talk
way.
about that real quick while I get some more water and some more juice.
Wait a minute, before you go away, listen, I got some break.
See that?
I got some breaking news too, y'all.
I'll do it up.
What's
Go
up?
ahead.
Rest in peace has been confirmed that DJ Unk, that was famous for Two Step, and
Oh, he passed?
Let me.
yes, he passed away. It's been confirmed.
Wow. Oh man, sorry to hear that.
He was 43 years old, by the way.
Damn.
Rest in peace.
He didn't get murdered or anything, or did they say?
I don't know the exact specifics, but I know for sure he's not with us anymore.
Yeah. No, definitely rip DJ up. Man, he was dope. He's a trendsetter, man.
Yeah, he was. And he was he was a real trap star too. People don't know that about him, but he really, really was.
Oh, really?
I know
Yeah, I
for a
didn't know
fact.
that.
Yeah. I know for a fact. He was getting his bread up here.
He was in there.
Yeah. Like swimwear. For sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Tom.
But no, into the playoffs, man. To be quite honest, I hate to see the Kansas City Buffalo Bill matchup. I really do. It's giving me bad. It's giving me vibes of 2 years ago, and I just feel like if Josh Allen doesn't pull out, and I know people say anytime he pulls out the cape, he throws interceptions or whatever, but I just feel like he's gonna have to play on an unridiculous level to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And they can, but history's not on his side. So if they do win, to be honest with y'all, I think it'll be like a field goal or a last second play of the game. I just don't believe anybody's gonna go in there and thumb KC for anything.
Until I see somebody beat Mahomes, I don't believe it. On top of the fact that he's not going to be able to be running around and all that shit this week. You're not getting that off, bro. You're going to be under pressure every fucking play.
Joe's going to be in there.
All over you like a cheap suit, bro. So I don't know who you think that you're going to throw the ball to, and I don't know who you think you're going to run the ball on either. Kansas City, that fucking stadium is going to be rocking. I know you ain't worried about the weather because you're used to that. So I'll give you that. It's going to be just like playing in Buffalo. It's going to be no fucking different. Might even be colder, right? But I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. I can't stand Mahomes, but I do.
I can't either, man. Oh my gosh.
That if he gets the ball and they have the ball in their last possession, right? Pretty much they gonna win. If they down by anything, they gonna fucking win. If he gets the ball with anything more than 45 seconds, they gonna win. So
I mean, they had 13 seconds last time it fucking was. So like I never seen nothing like that in my life. I'm dead serious, man. I looked at the TV like, man, this is some bullshit.
This is some bullshit. All right. Next up, All-Star votes are in. And
but we talk Washington, Philadelphia, man. Like,
my bad. I go back. God darn.
I mean,
you ain't gonna keep bullying me in life, man. I'm telling you right now.
All I'm saying is we didn't get to talk about it.
My bad. I mean, we already knew that was a foregone conclusion. My Eagles is gonna win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what else we got to say?
I think
the Washington Commanders go win.
I think the Eagles are going to win.
I got to figure out.
But it's all on your quarterback. Listen, it's in his head. He has the opportunity to win this shit, and he has the opportunity to throw the game away. And it can go either fucking way. If I'm them, you know that they're going to run the ball, right? You know that's what they're going to do. He just can't throw the fucking ball away.
I think what you're forgetting is the fact that Jalen Hurts is hurt. And people not realizing that. Like, he is not the same quarterback going into the game as he would be in any other game. He's hurt. So that limits him. So, yeah, he's going to turn into a pocket passer and a hander off of the football. He's not going to really be running. And if they run it, he's going to be smacked and he's going to get hurt. So he's going to be half dimensional. Pass and hand off to Saquon is going to be his thing. And if Saquon gets boxed up, the game's a wrap. I'm just saying it now.
I don't know.
And Jamar know I love Philly.
I don't know about that because you can always throw him out wide. You know what I'm saying? You can throw that screenplay.
I get that. I really get that. But I'm just saying, if Saquon can't get off like he normally does, it's going to force Jalen Hurts to pass. And that's what you want to do. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, NJ over here throwing shots already. Those damn Eagles.
She likes the Eagles.
I was about to say, like, I thought, because she be commenting on our other stuff, which is last episode. When she was on the thing, she was commenting on sports. I was like, man, I can't believe she's in sports like that, but that's really dope.
The NJB in it too and everything.
But yeah, so fly Eagles fly. Well, yeah, I don't think they're gonna fly.
We
gonna
fly
see.
high.
I mean, if Jalen Hurts wasn't hurt, I wouldn't be saying none of this. Like, it wouldn't be anything to say, but the nigga hurt.
That's a fair statement to make, and you're right. You're right, and I understand what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. So we're gonna leave it there instead of trying to tread on it. I didn't want to talk about shit in the first place, but you made me. Now, can we talk about something else besides my Eagles sucking? Do you need me to make that bigger?
No, I don't think the Eagles suck. I think the Eagles are great. I'm just saying Jalen Hurts is hurt, and when he hurt, he's not good. And he's not good. Nobody realizes that.
Cause he good. All right.
I think they're gonna win, but they can't. I think they're gonna win, but they can't.
Reggie, they have the lowest passing yards of any team they're the Penn State of fucking playoffs, okay?
That's why we
that's not true. That's not true. That's not listen, think about what you listen, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Think about what you said.
It's not true?
No.
Think about the 4 quarterbacks left, Reggie. The 4 quarterbacks left, who's the weakest?
Right, but that still doesn't mean that they're Penn State. And the reason why is because look at the wide receivers they got. Look at the fucking you got a Heisman Trophy winning wide receiver on West Side.
Passing yards. They have who do it, man. I think it's like less than 200 a game in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. It's like just comparing the yards. I'm not comparing athlete to athlete to athlete.
It was cold. It's snowy, D80. Cold. It's snowy. No one was really passing, okay?
I mean, I'm not saying athlete to athlete. I'm just talking about the production for the offense in the playoffs. That's all I meant.
Hey, you gonna stop with this malarkey, all right?
Y'all just want to make me. Y'all just want me to be the bad guy, man.
No, you just want to keep taking on the role of the bad guy and hurting people.
I didn't say that player for player. They're Penn State. I just meant with the offensive production. It just I don't know.
I can flip that on you. Listen, you're right. They got the weakest quarterback.
I don't want to hear that shit though. I don't want to
hear.
And
he hurt, Reggie. So,
but look,
you make
who has the best wide receiver core out of any team left in the playoffs right now?
Oh, Philly for sure.
Right,
man. We're going on the NBA. I'm tired of this shit. All right, damn D80 trying to rain on my parade.
Anyway, I don't even know what we talking about.
We talk about the All-Stars starters was announced. How LeBron a starter still? That boy good.
The West is weak.
Are these fans votes or hold on? How is he? Are these the fan voting or is this press vote? Who votes these in?
These got to be fan votes.
That's some bullshit.
Giannis.
I think the only person you could argue though, even if it wasn't fan vote, might be maybe LeBron or KD
and Steph Curry. I would rather have John Morant.
Interesting.
Luka.
No. Well, yeah. Well, no, he hurt.
Somebody from Houston got to be in there because they balling.
They balling. Shea and Donovan definitely gonna be in there. Jalen gonna be in there because of the politics behind it from the New York market and
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. No, fuck that. He shouldn't be in there over LeBron. He shouldn't be over Nico. And I ain't even putting him in over KD. Fuck AD. That's the one guy I wish people would trade. God damn, he a waste of space. He got all that talent and always find a way to disappear when it matters most. Come up short or never be the guy that always just seems to be the one to take you all the way home.
I mean, he got a championship.
You're welcome, AD, for riding LeBron and just having to show up. Huh?
Wemby should start to over LeBron.
Yeah, he is, man. Yeah, I agree.
He was 24-14 and like almost 4 blocks. Absolutely. He's absolutely having a better season than LeBron James. I don't care if he's 40 or not.
I ain't gonna argue against that.
And I'm a LeBron fan.
Yeah, but I think then they changed the format or something like that. So it's like I gotta look up the rules. Like they changed the whole thing. So I gotta see what the actual competition is supposed to be for the NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
Because they're doing something different, I heard.
All right. Anything else in this before I jump to the next one?
Man, shouts out to the Rockets, man. They beat the Cavs the other night, man, and they're looking really good right now.
Next
Udoka
up,
got them boys balling.
bowling. Pete Carroll.
Oh shit!
Pete Carroll. Look at him. He back. Retirement was only temporary because he was tired of Seattle. He's back and in Vegas. Also, lightweight, quick note. Speaking of Vegas, UNLV has been petitioning hard to try to get into the Big Ten the next time they have open. I think it's dope because I would not mind going to see any Big Ten. I don't care who. I go watch Iowa play in Vegas.
But they already doing that. They're already playing in Vegas. So, like the Big Ten plays the Big Ten plays their tournament in Vegas in volleyball. I saw it.
I mean, for football, that's all they care about. You get to play at the Raiders Stadium because that's their home games, right? Is the Raiders Stadium.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, their basketball, UNLV basketball had at one point in history. So I think they'd be cool. The money would be cool. I can't speak against it, especially when we already got West Coast teams. And the benefit, listen, you go see UCLA, you go see USC. That's out to in Los Angeles. People love to travel from the Midwest to go out west. You know what place is better than LA to go to because it's cheaper and a lot more things to do. It's all centralized. Vegas. Telling you right now, it's the Big Ten look at it from the financial aspects of it alone. They got the stadium with the size, and they got the newest stadium in football. And the locale is dope as hell.
Yeah, I guess so, man. We'll see.
Okay, now back to Pete Carroll. My bad, but hey, maybe they'll sign Russ.
Ain't no way.
Listen, I don't like that move with them trying to get into the Big Ten, and I don't like the California teams in it. Just like I don't like Texas and all them other teams going to the SEC. And the reason why is because what they're doing, and you can see it clearly in the bowl championship games, right? It's really just two fucking conferences and every fucking body else. That's really what it is. Either you get down or you fucking lay down. It's almost blood and crip. That shit is weird. You're not giving everybody an opportunity again. Too many teams from each conference is going to go, and they're going to have a very strong argument to get in there, especially the way that, the teams are being ranked and shit like that from the beginning of the season as well. So I don't like it.
Yeah. I'll speak to the Coach Carroll hire. I think it's a okay move. Because you definitely want somebody who can come in and who's won before, who had experience, who knows how to navigate an organization, right? But the most important thing is the quarterback, and they don't have that. And they played themselves out of the top pick for that, so they're going to have to work their way into figuring that out. I think that's going to be one of Pete Carroll's first major moves is to figure out that quarterback position. Now, if he's under the impression that he has time, then no, he's not going to do that. He's going to try to build an actual team and then get the quarterback on top of it, because pretty much that's what they did with Russell Wilson. Even though they weren't really expecting Russ to take over the way he did, he just did. But they built the team first, built the defense first, built the offense second, and then got the quarterback last. And I suspect that he's going to still try to do that. And in this day and age, you can't. The organizations don't give people time. The Raiders especially. I mean, they fired what 4 head coaches in the last 5 years. It's some crazy stat that they got. And, of course, John Gruden was because of that leaked email. So that wasn't really like the Raiders. The NFL forced them out. But still, I felt that they should have went younger. I felt that they should have got somebody, of course, with experience, but somebody who they know is going to be around for a few years, because you want to get rid of that stigma of firing a coach every year.
To your point, you're right. There's no way that he can have a 5 to 7 year plan. He's over 70. He ain't gonna live for it. So if you get in him, you have to be in a win now type of mode. I don't know how you're gonna do that, like you said, without no quarterback in the same motherfucking division and motherfucking conference as the goddamn Chiefs. Denver's on the rise, and so is goddamn San Diego.
Yeah, Denver's coming up.
You're
Well,
fucked.
Denver's there, man. I mean,
Right. Pete Carroll,
Right.
you're fucked.
yeah.
Period.
They better get they better get a quarterback. That's Kirk Cousins' stock just went up for no reason.
Okay, next up, last of sports, we have are the Cincinnati Bengals are going to face the same fate as the Cleveland Browns, although maybe even more because they threatened to move. And I don't think there's a suburb in Cincinnati they can run to. They ain't going to date.
Oh, you said the team threatened to move?
Threatened to move. Yes, they did.
Wow, I didn't know that part. Okay, then yeah, ooh yeah. Once the team starts threatening to move, man, that's fucked up. They could become the Tallahassee Bengals real quick. I've seen it. I'm serious, man. I've seen it.
God, I swear.
But ain't they under that same clause there in Ohio team? How the fuck they gonna leave?
You say what?
The Modell clause.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. But again, I seen Modell do it, man, and I don't know. It's just, and I'll say it this way, and hopefully I don't come off bitter, because man, this is gonna sound really political now that I think about it. When there was first talk, and this is back in the early '90s before the Browns even moved, when there was first talk about rebuilding Municipal Stadium. Art Modell went to the city to get funds to rebuild the stadium, and the city didn't want to increase taxes to raise the funds to get the stadium. So Modell was like, "I'm leaving," but they didn't think he would do it. And a couple years passed, and he fucking did it. And I remember going from, "Oh, it'll never happen. Oh, that'll never happen." To motherfuckers crying, grown ass men crying, carrying pieces of the stadium home. Man, so shit.
He said, "Shit."
Who got an open spot? Let's think of some big cities that don't got no team. Think about it.
They could just move up the road. Columbus.
Ooh, that'd be nasty.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
so
don't know,
nasty.
man. They'd be fighting for so much fucking space and shit. You know, because Ohio State, that's not like no small school. You know what I'm saying? That's like the biggest fucking campus in the world. You know what I mean?
Like second or third. I think it's like Oxford is bigger, and the University of Camp, Texas, maybe bigger in size, only because they got agriculture shit. But as far as student population, I think they're like number 2. Not to trying to chastise or anything. I just wanted to make sure.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it still applies though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? Well, no. That would be a good city to go to. Never mind. I take that back. I was about to say something stupid. Because I can
Memphis?
see. No. I was thinking something like, and this is gonna sound so stupid, but something like Mississippi somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, Kentucky, or they can either go south right across the border, or they can go 75
think
miles.
that's too
But
close
you got to
to
build
home.
a stadium though, right there in Kentucky. You got to go
You
somewhere where they already set up.
you still keep your fans, right? And you want to keep your fans, so you still keep your fan base, but you.
Ooh, you know where they could go? St. Louis.
Yep, that's a good spot.
Ooh.
You got a
Boom.
stadium and everything ready for you.
Hey, all
Yeah.
I can tell them if they try that, there's a reason why they lost the Rams.
You
Although
silly.
it was hard to beat out LA.
No, that was some bullshit. That owner he sold the city out. That wasn't the city's fault on that one, but whatever.
But it was the Rams team in the beginning. So I mean, it was LA's team in the beginning.
These are facts.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Next up, let's go into the main topic.
Shit.
Oh, shit. Give me a second while I pull it up.
Hey, Jared, you ever listen to Nine?
9 to 9.
The rapper Nine?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I remember the rapper Nine. Why do I remember the rapper Nine? He had like one
He had
song
2
that
hits.
really
No, he had 2 hits, 2.5 hits, okay? 2.5.
It was a remix.
No. What You Want, right? That was a hit.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, What You Want was a hit.
I don't remember that.
NEMC was a hit. NEMC that disagree with me, wave your arm. NEMC that disagree with me, wave your arm. And then the .5 was The Lion King from the second album because the label didn't want to push it.
Yeah, I hit
Oh, okay. What's the topic?
Donald Trump, the chief in executive order, and how does some of these executive orders affect it? And how they and it's I guess it's more or less like discussing like some of the ones that he and I got a list of them up here too. I'll put them on the screen. But and I'll make it bigger.
I mean, we know what he did, or I should say did. We know what he said.
So in actuality, some of the ones more or less to our audience that watch us, how some of these actually affect you in ways that you will see, in some ways maybe that you won't see. And I guess the initial recession of harmful Executive Order Act.
I don't know what you just said.
Initial recessions of harmful executive orders and actions.
Oh.
That's the first one he did. Restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. Wouldn't that be considered good?
I mean, what's being censored?
Fair enough. But I'm probably more of a social media thing. But as much as listen, it's so funny because as much as he's saying that, didn't he sign also an executive order limiting on what the press and the CDC and some of these other agencies can tell you?
Hello?
What?
I think he might have froze.
Did I freeze? No, his PC. Oh, where the hell everybody went? The Eddie got kicked off. His phone froze. So, NJ says she's censored off. So, restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship is interesting because then the federal government turned around and went and censored a lot of news media agencies. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of news media agencies, left and right, put out a lot of half-truths, false information, or misleading information. And as much as I say that, I'm not also for the fact of having them silenced. Does that make sense, Reggie?
Absolutely, it makes sense.
Yeah, I just, as much as I hate it and I think it's all bullshit, what they do, I think it's so what I know is he put out rumors of bird flu and a couple other things on the horizon. So he doesn't want to create panic, but he wants to control the narrative of it too. So he stopped the CDC and a couple other organizations from putting out information to the public. That part I don't like because it's manipulation. You want to control the narrative how you want to control the narrative.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Ending. How you gonna put ending the weaponization of the federal government? But he about to turn around and try to go after and put a whole bunch of people that went against him.
Yeah.
Putting America first in international environmental agreements. So it's basically all that does is give him the thing to say, yeah, we don't give a fuck how bad it is for the world. If it's going to benefit America, we're going to. Am I wrong for assuming?
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. I'm just, like I said, I'm just waiting for that day. It's not that long.
B80, maybe you may have a little bit more understanding of it, or
He's
maybe
been
me and
unalive.
Reggie, because Reggie deal with a lot of people overseas now because his platform is so big. But withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization.
I'm not knowledgeable on that subject at all.
It could be several things, but to be honest with you, I just think these are promises that the Republican base has asked him to do because they've watched the Democrats work with these organizations and give them power to do things that the Republican base don't want. So to me, it's just a political move. That's, and I'm not minimizing it. It's messed up because we need to be involved in anything international. I hate to say it that way because America tries to control things when they get involved, but the reason we do need to be involved is for information.
Yeah.
There's shit that go on that we need to prevent, and without being inside of that organization, you miss out on a lot of that.
Restoring accountability to policy influence and positions within the United States federal workforce. Holding people accountable. I don't know if that can be. Listen, I'm a realist, not a hater. Some of these policies may be able, if governed or done with responsible adults, are helpful things. I've always said this: the Republican Party is a dreamer party, and when I say that, and taken away from maybe the Democratic Party, that slogan belongs to them first. Is they have a lot of good ideas, but they totally ignore the actual human factor in the corruption part of all these ideas that they come into. Hence why they come up with some good things and corruption sets in and they get set back again and again, and how they lost power in the first place because they just tend to ignore that corruption exists in the world.
Yeah.
And then they allow people to we allow these corruptors to take power and influence these moves. Okay. Holding former government officials accountable for election interference and the proper disclosure of sensitive government information. We know that's right there. It's probably a revenge tour thingy pass.
Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black?
Basically,
right.
yeah. I was thinking that when I read it the first time. Clarifying the military's role in protecting the territorial integrity of the United States. Again, that's all that's doing is a dangerous pathway, which opens up for them being able, when they choose to, if he chose to later on be able to use our military against American citizens.
Say it again.
Clarifying the military's role in protecting the territorial integrity of the United States. It's a gateway drug to more authority of the United States military to be used in America, on America's soil.
Interesting.
Unleashing American Energy. We know some of his biggest lobbyers have happened to be a lot of these energy companies. So that is a debt paid back. Realigning the United States.
Actually, the whole list is a debt payback.
Yeah. Realigning the United States Refugee Admissions Program. Protecting the meaning of value of American citizenship.
All right, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so what's going on is painfully obvious. And the reason I say pain is because when you issue an executive order, depending on the type of order, it could be something that's done immediately. And if it's something that may violate the Constitution or an amendment or or go against state or federal law, it's just words on a sheet of paper. So what you're seeing in front of you is about a year and a half worth of campaign trail promises so Trump can get his obligations out the way so he can do what he wants to do when he's in the White House. That's what you're seeing right now. That laundry list of stuff that he promised people that he would do if they got him elected. And he owes them a debt, so that's what he's doing. So a lot of it's talk, a lot of it's rhetoric, some of it's actionable, some of it's fucked up, and some of it's, again, just press release stuff that can't really do anything because it won't hold up in court because you got to have Congress vote on some of that shit. He knows that. But again, the point is, it's in the headlines. You asked me to do it. I did it. Now fuck off. That's what he's doing. And we can't hear you, Jamar.
Oh,
Jamar.
The death penalty and protecting public safety.
You said something about the death penalty.
Yeah, restoring the death penalty.
Again, that's a state situation.
Yeah. Declaring a national energy emergency. Bro, we know what that's about. That's about greed. And drill, baby, drill. I go on this tangent, and I'm sorry, and it bugs the fuck out of me. They keep saying America has all this stored energy, oil, and resources, right? Which we do. I hate when you keep thinking that America is a business, and it's not. A country is not a business. We hold on to our resources and exasperate and use everybody else's shit. Mm-hmm. So then when they run out, guess who still is in power? Guess who still got shit? Guess who's the one holding the big stick at the end? Why can't these greedy motherfuckers, they can't see it because all they keep seeing is not about what's better for the future, but what's better that's going to put family, money, and meat in my family pockets and those that believe in me or agree with me pockets right now. It's greed. Somehow, these dumbass, I'm going to say it and I'm going to get in trouble. I don't give a fuck. These dumbass, ignorant Americans keep thinking that putting America became first or America became important in the world because, yes, we stole, we cheated, we manipulated. We sat there and put a whole bunch of money towards these motherfuckers and sat there and told them that they owe us and they gonna do what the fuck we told them to do. What do you think China is doing over in Africa? Creating leverage, giving away money because it's never really a country is not about making money. A country is about how can we maintain whatever case for all the other bullshit. But it's not like for profit in the sense of like motherfucking the country, China trying to be rich in the sense of thing. China took the American idea. Yo, spend money everywhere in the fucking world, create leverage. You want to know why we put more money in the NATO than everybody else? So when we want to dictate, fuck up, or do some wild shit, or fuck over somebody, we don't got NATO breathing down our neck, and we don't have these other countries sitting there tripping because we control the fucking purse. He's taken away, and I don't know if he's that fucking stupid and being manipulated to it, or he just that fucking stupid because all he looks at is like a guy who runs a company and keeps thinking about, yo, we're putting all this money in this and it's not fair. Bro, we do it so it can't be fair to them. That's why we do it. God damn. I mean, I get it. It's going to make us not be this. He's weakening America in ways he doesn't realize it. And those who are in bricks are just smiling and watching it all unfold and say, thank you for helping us continue to build this stronghold that we are navigating to create, to go against the dog. Isolating us from the world because we want to be first, but we depend on every fucking thing from fucking outsiders. and don't necessarily have all the resources we think we have for all the other shit. When it comes to computing, I don't give a fuck how much data centers you build in the United States. Guess who creates the chips and the processing and a lot of the technology, or better yet, the raw earth materials still that's needed for anything you're doing in computing still isn't made or grown or naturally in the U.S.
From Africa.
From Africa and a couple other places. So fucking dumbass. Sorry, I had to go on that tangent, but I was holding that. Unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential. So he's about to go fuck over probably a lot of protected lands over in Alaska, whatever case. They're gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah, that's gonna be messed up.
From the United States from terrorists and other national security and public safety threats. That was done so he can do what he's doing with ICE and everything else. And they're just going to the cities. Again, all these people kept talking about we need smaller government. We need to turn it back over to the state. And this motherfucker is like, okay, yeah, I'm going to give you that. But in reality, he just made the federal government more powerful and said, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Basically.
Yeah. Now, and the sad part about it is this. I blame the Democrats for being weak on shit. Because I watched these fuckers, when they disobeyed Biden, he let it go. The difference is that Trump is not afraid to go arrest or fucking threaten the governor to arrest them in a fucking state that doesn't go along with what he wants. He will do it, and Biden and them just like, oh, whatever case, in Texas governor and Florida governor, the rest of these motherfuckers can go ahead and whatever the case. This shit is malarkey to me, man. I swear to God, it's not. I'm not trying to be politically biased because I haven't said nothing about left or right really too much. I've just been talking about the idiocracy of those that believe that this was the end. Don't get me wrong. We were on the wrong path with the other fuckers too. But this is we were on a fucking locomotive train, and they was lying to us on the locomotive train. This is a fucking bullet train.
It's not like we haven't been down this path before. So, I mean, that's the way America wanted to vote, you know. Obviously, he wasn't my vote. I don't care for him too much individually, personally, politically, or nothing else that ends with the LY. I'm not a fan. You can kiss my ass, and I'll pass.
Yeah.
Okay, these are two of the important ones. Three of the important ones. I'm sorry. Defending women from gender ideology, extremism, and restoring biological truth to the federal government. Interesting. Bro, some of this shit you just
Hey, what can you do?
What can you do? Ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferences. Listen, it's another tangent. I'm sorry. I won't say where I work because I don't ever want them to be able to hold me culpable of some shit I say on here and fire me. I've never seen people complain about DEI and say it's unfair. Where I work at, there's 380 something people alone in the area or the district that I work. 4 to 5% of that is black. Maybe another 4 to 5% is Latino, and 2% of it is Asian. Who, Caucasian or white, did we stop from getting fucking jobs when they still hold the majority of the fucking jobs in that industry, that field or sector? It's stupid as fuck.
Very.
It's stupid as fuck. Like, oh, my cousin couldn't get hired in here because of DEI. They hire somebody black that's unfucked up because his marriage should have got him hired in here. When half of the fucking, when more than half, the majority of the workforce in here is still white people that got hired. How, Sway? How?
Well, when you got people running around making podcasts, and shit like that, telling other black people and other minorities, "Oh, don't vote, vote and don't do anything. No, don't vote. That's a waste of time." When you got people that do shit like that, and you got stupid motherfuckers that run around in states that are not Georgia or Florida, or not even Georgia anymore, but that are not Florida. Oh, I got a felony. I can't vote. Did you ever try? Did you ever look at the law? Do you know the law? Do you know anything about the law? No, you don't. So this is what happens. This is what the fuck happens. People don't fucking vote. And people listen to very uneducated people. That's how it is.
Messed up.
It is.
I don't have a problem with it, but I know that there's a bigger play at it when it comes to designating cartels and other organizations of foreign terrorist organizations, and especially designated global terrorists. I know that there's a bigger play behind it, and again, when you watch how all these people have it, Hegseth, who is now going through a second part of the confirmation with the Senate. He was talking about he didn't think generals former American generals in our military should have to wait 10 years before they become part of any contracting, whatever case, companies, right? So therefore, when he was pressed on it, then they were like, okay, so you with your position that you're about to get, that means that why does that not hold standards for you? He's like, well, I'm not a general. And they're like, no, but you're formal military, you're former whatever the case, and you have investments in all these contracting companies. Come on, bro. This is, man, I don't know. I don't want to go to Canada because they'll be trying to take over Canada next year. I don't know, man. I seriously, and I know my family don't want to hear it, but I seriously be talking to them. We're like, yo, we should really probably start looking into some other countries that might be viable options.
Straight up. These are facts. We're getting robbed anyway. Once you go to another country, you're going to realize the bills and shit that you're paying right now is fucking pointless. You're going to be like, why am I doing this to stay here?
Yeah. Restore names that honor American greatness. Campaign promise, right, D80?
Huh?
Restoring names that honor American greatness. Who wrote that? That's like a seventh grader wrote that.
All that is they want to bring their Civil War heroes back.
I know that. Ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity. Again, how, Sway? How when these people have still hold the control, have still controlled the purse, have still controlled who gets what, when, where, why, and how, opportunities, and every now and then to make it look good on paper for the federal government so they can get federal funding, they promote a minority. But it's still majority controlled companies and staffing is not minorities.
Yeah.
The fuck? The classifications of Kennedy, Senator Robert Kennedy, and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. records. Again, I would be unfair, but how I feel like unleashing this is more about turning the information in it is more about turning people to distrust the government, and everybody distrusts the government, but they still kept the same people on the right side and some of the left side, a lot of the left side in the government running the government.
Well, the Martin Luther King family has asked the Trump administration, I think earlier this week, once this came out, if they would have the opportunity to view these records first before they release to the public. And then from what I understand is that these are demands that, again, like I said before, but you stepped away for a moment, so I don't know if you heard it, but these are laundry lists of things that Trump promised on the campaign trail, and he's fulfilling those promises. So this is, not to help any black people or he's releasing the MLK files. Yeah. No, this is to tarnish that MLK reputation because they're open for things to come out to sully the hero.
Listen, this is more of I don't give a fuck type shit. Like, why is this even news? Dr. Martin Luther King been dead for almost 100 years. I'm being, a little generous on that 100, but my point is, what is that going to do? And like, as an executive order, you really think that's something of importance for you to do? Like, okay, so you went out on a campaign trail. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna unleash the records, right? If that swayed your vote, whether if we're talking about Kennedy or Martin Luther King, I mean, you're fucking weird. Like, that's not even nothing to even really discuss or brag about, which I know he will do later on, but it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the Hyde Amendment, enforcing the Hyde Amendment. I don't know what the Hyde Amendment is.
The who?
The Hyde, HYDE.
What about it?
Ohio State running back or what?
No, it's the Hyde Amendment, enforcing the Hyde Amendment.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, the Hyde Amendment is dealing with. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I'm not hip.
Dealing with the undeniable fact for women, the denial of legal abortion.
So it's an abortion issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I wish that he would stay out of, and I think that when it comes to the abortion thing, right? I think that there should be a vote on that, and it should only concern the people who actually can have an abortion. No different than
Right.
I don't feel like I should be able to vote on anything that goes on in, let's say, Kentucky. I don't live there. It doesn't personally affect my day-to-day life. So whether if you agree with abortion or not, I think that that should be a strictly 100% naturally born woman vote. Let them decide that shit. And that's regardless of their religion or not. Because say for instance, if you are, hardcore religious, right? They gonna have to take that up with God. So why you give a fuck?
Right.
I don't get that. And why does a
No,
man, unless
It's
it's
not
that
about
man's
that,
child,
man. It's about preserving the white race.
right? That's the only logical explanation, because I don't see why a person would give a damn. It's not their problem that they got to deal with. It's the
Right.
next motherfuckers. Unless your stance is, oh, well, you know what? I wanted her to keep the kid, and I'm a man, and I don't have any rights to the kid. You got a lightweight point, a small, minute point. But other than that, you can kiss my ass.
Wrapping it up. I've seen, and it's so funny how they work in government. We just gave over, God damn, I don't have it right in front of me, but billions of dollars to a company to help for AI. Where was the bid for that? Where was the bunch of other American companies with our opportunity to go ahead and say, yo, we have this, we have that, compared to the fact that it was just all of a sudden these people, and I can guarantee you, if we go look it up, all those companies contributed to the Trump campaign. MGX, Oracle, I think it's South Land Bank, I believe. A couple other ones. So all these companies that sat there and asked for it, and actually, you know what? Let me not be ignorant. I'll tell you exactly the company, because I want to be $500 billion for AI Stargate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, AI Stargate. Part owners is Oracle, which is an American-based company. I don't know if what's name is still listed as an owner, even though he's on a run.
You see Elon Musk laughed at that.
Yeah,
They're like, that's not gonna happen. This is false. This is false. That's crazy.
yeah. MGX is part of AI Stargate. which is a Saudi Arabian company. SoftBank, not Southland or whatever case I said. It's not. So I'm correcting myself. SoftBank, which is Japanese owned, and OpenAI, which is U.S. but not totally all the way U.S. company. They have foreign ownership as well. So this is not for you watching just an American owned company. It's not. There are many players at play here in it, and y'all need to be aware of that. But again, do they put it out and say, hey, who can come to us? All these AI companies. Fuck, even if you wanted to open up to the world, who wants to help America take lead? Or did we just sit there and go take from who we thought was going to help out with Trump getting where he needs to be and then put the money? Again, Elon's doing what Elon's doing for his own selfish purposes. And I got people that was so mad, that was so upset because I asked, like, yo, Elon is from South Africa, Pretoria, South Africa. Why he's not using his cash, his resources, his net worth, and influence to help South Africa out, his home country, where he grew up till he was 18. And then when he was 18, he went to college and spent the other half of his life in Canada. And then he came to the next portion of his life in Canada before he came to America. Again, I mean, I don't want to be an a-hole, but as much as everybody want to protect the whole little Nazi salute thing or not calling and saying he got autism and he was trying to say his heartbeat, shut the fuck up, you fucking dummies. I don't want to hear that shit. How about this? How about his grandfather is an avid and known and devout Nazi sympathizer? And people on his side of the family goes even deeper with that. And how about, you want to know what's one of the most racist places in America? South Africa, where he grew up, especially Pretoria.
In the world.
In the world, yeah. Wow. In the world, South Africa in the world period, when it comes to racism and a fucked up system, and they were trying to take advantage of it. Now everybody's mad because them people's fighting to take back what's theirs. South Africa, especially the area he grew up, Pretoria. I'm just sitting there saying, if it walked like a duck, flap his wings like a duck, and don't fly, quack like a duck, it's probably a motherfucking wounded ass Nazi duck. But I'll let y'all, because y'all like his cars. I'll let y'all, because to y'all, he's this pop icon culture figure, whatever case, ride this man's nuts. In reality, go look up how he got Tesla and then what he did to take majority control of Tesla and how dirty and fucked up it was. Go look at a lot of his business practices and how he fucking says fuck the system and bullies every fucking body to get what he wants. Go look up if Elon Musk is known as the richest man in the world, if he was forced to have to, because this whole thing is based off of the fact that with Tesla, what's the word I'm looking for? Estimated value is makes him the richest man in the world, but he can't sell Tesla and ever collect on that, because if he does, it loses half his value because of the fact of the matter of it being him involved with it.
So look, one thing that people don't talk about, right? Most of the people that are here are legally, they came here either on a school or work visa or some form of temporary visa, right? And they overstayed their time here. They went hiding somewhere, or met a girl or a guy, shacked up with him, or whatever the fuck that they did, right? That's the same exact case with Elon Musk, right? Also, people don't speak on the fact that they give what's the right word? Preferential treatment when it comes to giving out visas to people that are from non-third world countries, which means white people, bottom line, right? Yeah. So there's more people in the United States illegally, the way I just said, than any other way. It's every day it gets harder to get through the border, right? Unless you're willing to walk through the desert, right? Which you can, but the temperatures are extreme in the day and at the night. So, it's a lot of times people don't live going through the desert in different spots or whatever. So again, he's an illegal South African. if he was black and an illegal black South African, he would have been deported a long time ago. He ended up getting the money that he ended up getting while he was here illegally, right? So he should have been fucking deported a long goddamn time ago. I don't care that things are not the way that they were when you grew up in South Africa now. You obtain your visas and things like that during times of apartheid. So fuck your mammy, and your grandmammy too.
D80, you are in the communities, you are out and about, you experience a lot as far as being in touch with the people. Maybe you know and maybe you don't know, but I know that from what I'm hearing is that there are a lot of people who would just show up and work and be tax-paying citizens that are from of from some of these other places of different cultures and races, not just black or Mexican, but other descents that are not showing up for work now because they're afraid they're going to get arrested at work. Have you seen the trickle down effect of this from the fact of your line of community work that you have been doing in boots on the ground effort?
I mean, not here. He just issued them, I think, about a week ago or earlier this week. So, only thing I've seen is recalling of remote telework, is ending of the DEI opportunity in those agencies and those employees. That's all I've seen as far as in my field. But for what's going to happen with the executive orders in regards to raids and the cities that they're targeting, Cleveland's not on that list. Now maybe they may be later on down the line for sure. Detroit, but I haven't seen anything yet, which doesn't mean that it's not going to happen.
Have y'all ever seen a video of people stuck or stranded at the border?
Not in a while, but yeah.
I mean, just ever in life.
Yeah, years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a person stranded at that border, White?
No.
Me neither. I wonder why. I know the answer. The answer is because they don't have to do that. They can come right through the front door. Anytime they want.
Anytime. You know, they say that Mexico isn't even the biggest threat anymore. A lot of Mexicans are like, we don't have to go there. All of the gone that jobs is coming here.
Right.
In South America, and it's China. Chinese immigrants.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
It's crazy, man.
They walking through the jungle in fucking Colombia and Panama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting bit the fuck up by snakes and robbed and kidnapped. Then they get into Mexico. They're getting exploited as soon as they get there. Like to your point, Jay, the Mexicans have no desire to come here. No desire. They didn't figure out the game. This is the game. You come through their neighborhood, you're getting robbed. You're getting extorted, or you're giving them X amount of dollars per head. And I think the rate is about $3,500 per head. And if you don't got that cash, they don't mind killing your ass. Same thing with dope. They monopolized it years ago. They have no desire to come here. And the ones that do have a desire, all they want to do is come work and go the fuck home. And we encourage the shit anyway. But that's a different story, right? Because what we do is we try to use people for cheap free labor.
Yeah.
Oh, you're stealing our jobs. Man, ain't nobody picking no fucking fruit. Ain't nobody doing that shit. And ain't nobody doing no construction in Central Florida. You can't do it. You can't do it. And if you can, you can't pay a motherfucker to do it. You can't pay no person $100 an hour to do no construction. You can't do it.
No.
Not and make a profit.
No,
So
right.
It is what it is. You stole it from them anyway. Let everybody that wants to come to that border come. Let every last one of them come. We got the space for it. You ever been out west? Ain't nobody out there. Look at the lights at night in the United States. look past St. Louis. It's fucking dark.
Ain't
Nobody's
nobody out
there.
there.
Nobody's there.
Yo, next up, hopefully we get a chance to talk about maybe going further on certain things, but in depth about some things, because I'm sure there's more that's going to happen within the time being.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. Our
All
job.
you gotta do is look up Project 2025.
2025, Project 2025.
The playbook is they already got some of the stuff checked off.
I think they did that on purpose when they highlighted on 2025 from 14. All these came on 2025. He denied that he had anything to do with it. But if you go back and actually read up on Project 2025,
It'll give you the next step of the playbook right there.
yeah. Yo, I wish I was making this shit up, bro. I don't give a fuck what you vote. Do you? And I understand if you don't want to go with the left. I understand if you don't trust either left or right. But please make informed decisions. Not just your life, but your family and your kids' life are affected by it. Again, I posted on social media that a lot of times people think that things don't affect them, and by the time they realize it does affect them, it's too late when it comes to these policies.
MAGA farmers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, they're learning. They'll learn. And
They learned it already. They workers fleeing.
Yeah, they workers fleeing. Yeah, they learning. They're like, yo, listen. I swear to God. Anybody, I will desert this country. Fuck you if they ever try to force me to try to put me in some fucking field.
Listen,
yo, your country needs you. Fuck you, bitch. Need these. I'm out.
Facts.
Listen, I heard the other day. Now I don't know if this is true, but I actually believe it. I heard that Texas is so fucking big that you could take the entire population of the whole world and fit it there, and everybody can take their arms and go like this,
Oh wow.
and your shit wouldn't even touch.
Yeah.
I know Texas is big though.
Yeah.
It is.
Man, the greed. Texas is bigger than fucking England, isn't it? Texas is bigger than England.
Hell yeah, it is. Way bigger.
Alaska is bigger than Texas.
Way bigger.
And we still fit all within the continent of Africa with more room to fucking spare.
Ain't that
Right.
deep?
2 or 3.
Yeah. Yo, I'm Black V. That's the 80. That's Godless
Salute.
Reggie. This is AAA podcast. We thank y'all for tuning in, checking us out. Thank you. Shouts out to we're gonna get new NJ on the episode, man.
Yeah,
I
for
keep
sure.
trying to tell her that I keep telling her. She don't
Hey,
listen
she
to me.
want to come on. Just all she gotta do is just say. She gotta say. Yo, shout out to the beautiful queen. I miss you so much. Shout out to Tia. Hope you're doing good in life.
Yeah,
Hope God
T.
is great. Shout out to young Ash. Man, I know she's somewhere out there in the world doing her thing. Shout out to Matt. Matt Abrams, bro. Matt started this shit out with us when we was building it, bro.
Facts.
Shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt. Yo, shout out to Reggie's again for putting this classroom together. Shout out to my brother, bro. Not only being an activist within the house of the Lord, but being an activist out there in the community, and trying to make the world a better place with the Madam President and Major, as well as helping out with Truth Entertainment Music and building that up, and just, bro, we just trying to continue to do something. I'm gonna leave this off on this. I'm gonna leave everybody off on this. A wise person once told me, like, yo, when it comes to this music shit, like if you are a music artist, and being a music artist doesn't mean you're signed. Being a music artist, you love to create music, you love to play some part of it, whether it's DJing, whether it's producing, whether it's on the microphone, whatever the case. Just because you grow older doesn't mean that you're supposed to stop. Nobody looks at a painter and says, yo, you old as fuck, stop painting.
Facts.
Nobody looks at somebody who plays the violin or the cello and like, you old as fuck.
Stop celloing, nigga.
Stop celloing, nigga. Like, yo, if you rap and this is what you love to do, whether you suck or whether you're great at it and you just have never gotten your shot, if that's what you believe in or that's what you love to do, do it. So again, continue to create, man. Like we're gonna continue to pod and we're gonna continue to build more platforms and create other things. And age don't have nothing to do with it. It's about information, it's about the topics, it's about growth. So God bless all y'all that chose in. May the universe protect you. I said that for Reggie.
It's all good.
But thank y'all and good night.
Good night. Salute.